This beautiful piece of luggage costs $595, and this average carry-on luggage costs $46. And today, we're gonna put these 5 bags through 6 of the ultimate carry-on tests. And we're doing this in a workbench setting because we are testing. There's nothing on the drill. It gives you the feel of like a testing environment. Let's jump in to the price test. Travelers Club Chicago hard-sided spinner, coming in at just $46, leading the show as far as cheap goes. Clearly, we've traveled with this beauty. It is used and abused. Also has some really cool features that we'll get into in the features section. Next up is the Level 8 Luminous Carry-On, and this comes in at $169. Bit of a step up. Next up is the classic Monos Carry-On. This bag comes in at $299. Next up is a bag from MVST, the Treva Carry-On, coming in at $399. And yes, this bag looks slick, but it has one major drawback. We'll get to that later in the video. Last but certainly not least is the Carry-On by Carl Frederick, coming in at $595. Next up, the features and wheels. Remember, the Travelers Club is our least expensive bag, and when it comes to the wheels, you definitely see that. They are just one wheel enclosed in 2 pieces of plastic. They still roll, and we traveled all over the world with this bag, but they are nothing too impressive. They do spin, and there are 4 of them. One of the highlights of this bag is the ability for it to expand. So it has an expandable zipper right here that gives you about 2 more inches. Next up, the Level 8 Carry-On. There are now 8 wheels on this bag, 2 on each one of the 4 corners, and they spin very nicely. We have not noticed any issues when we're traveling on cobblestones or any type of terrain with this bag. It is a huge step up. Then you'll notice this nice polycarbonate outer shell, and they have this diamond technology that they talk about which prevents scratches. TSA approved the lock on the bag, and the handle is a much more premium feel. Next up, the classic Monos Carry-On. First up, the wheels. They have those Japanese Hinomoto wheels that are supposed to be one of the highest quality wheels you can put on luggage. They are whisper quiet, and they perform really well in all types of terrain, and we did notice that. The biggest complaints you see online are the dense scratches and bruises that you get in these. I think it adds a little bit of character, but if you're worried about your luggage always looking neat and new, Monos probably not going to be the brand for you. Has a nice push button underneath the bottom of the handle and a really nice ergonomic design. Next up is this bag from MVST, the Treva Carry-On. I'm not one for big marketing tactics, and they talk about this tri-bearing wheel technology that they have. But we do tend to give the kids this bag because it rolls that much smoother. And if we just spin the wheels, they spin by far the longest. This is slightly wider, and we have had trouble getting some of the small bags that we carry, book bags for the kids maybe, on and off with the luggage pass-through strap. Overall, I do love the look and the zipperless TSA approved locking latch system. This carry-on from Carl Frederick. When it comes to the wheels on the Carl Frederick, they also have the Hinomoto wheels developed and designed in Japan, some of the highest quality wheels that you can put on carry-on luggage. TSA approved latching system, zipperless closure, which is really nice. You get this kind of leather feel on both of the carry handles. Overall, Carl Frederick definitely delivers on the look and design of their bags. Next up, the size and weight test. Great, beautifully designed bag means nothing if it's too heavy and too large. Let's put them to the test. The Traveler Club Chicago hard-sided spinner. The dimensions are about 22 inches high, about 15 inches wide, and 9.5 inches deep. Capacity 45 liters and can expand to 47 liters. Weighing in at 5.7 pounds. Level 8 Luminous Carry-On. Dimensions here are 21.5, 14.5 inches, and 9.2 inches. Weighing in at 7.92 pounds. Monos Carry-On. 22 inches by 14 inches by 9 inches. Weighing in at 6.64 pounds. The MVST. 21.7 inches by 14.8 inches by 8.7 inches. Weighing in at 9.94 pounds. This guy's a little heavy. Carl Frederick carry-on, 22 inches by 14.3 by 9, weighing in at 8.88 pounds. Now that we've completed our weight and size test, I don't take it lightly that a few centimeters here and a half inch there matter. But if you're flying in the US, most of these bags are labeled carry-on and they're going to be totally fine. If you're going on budget carriers like Ryanair, EasyJet, you're overseas, you should really lean into some of these measurements. Where this really does start to matter is the packing piece. What can you actually fit inside of these bags for a trip? So for you, I'm going to fake pack. And fake packing is the worst, by the way, because you're packing for a trip, which is the not fun part, and then you don't get to go on the trip. And we're going to pack the same exact thing and see how it fits in each one of these suitcases. First up, the Travelers Club. This plastic kind of compression piece here feels a little bit cheap. A little toiletry pocket or stash pocket if you wanted to make use of that. Let's pack this thing out. All right, let's close it up. Now, I'm not gonna weigh this full. I'm not trying to pack optimally. I'm just trying to test a packing scenario for a 7 to 10 day trip. And overall, this fits it. You are locked and loaded. I didn't have to use the expansion piece. For $46, you're set up, ready to go in the Travelers Club. Now, it has not gone through the drop test yet. You have the interior of your level 8 and you have two big zipper pockets on both sides. No built-in compression, and the zippers inside here are not super high quality. But remember, this bag is only $169. We'll see if it shuts. Can't quite. These zippers, I could probably strain a little bit more. So let's see if it shuts when we fold it over. There is some kind of bowing on the zipper, and then the handle is not going to be able to fully come up because the things are so pressed up against it on the inside. So overall, the Level 8 does fit everything. You have your TSA lock on top, a little bit more of a premium feature, nicer wheels in the bottom, but the Travelers Club did have just a touch more capacity. Next up, the Monos carry-on. As you can see, the compression straps help out here a ton. This seemed a little bit more spacious than the Level 8, but let's close it up and see how it functions. Let's see. All right. The handle on this one, just like the Level 8, stuck, but just too much pressure here on the inside of the bag. Once the zippers were shut, they do kind of flow a little bit easier. So I also like that as just a neat way to carry so the zippers aren't down the bottom of the bag. Next up, the MVST, and this is our first non-zip luggage. So over here on the side, you have these nice clasps. You press up, flat zipper pocket here if you're packing light and you want to make use of that storage and organization. Here's this flap here, which is removable. You can take this guy out. And then you have built-in compression here with this buckle system. Good. Yeah, it's just not gonna shut. MVST could not fit the over-ear headphones. Sometimes these clasps can be a little bit tougher. MVST also has some design elements where they're like rounding a little bit in the corners. One feature I really like is this lay flat handle. It comes up here and then it closes really softly. Let's see this. The handle does function all the way up, even with the bag stuffed full. So that is very nice. Overall, MVST did not pass the pack out test. The Carl Frederick, I like these clasps. They have kind of two buttons on the side here. Just feel like a little bit more premium as they lock in. We'll see how it does with the pack test. So you have the same buckle clasp that the MVST did, except this one a little bit more well-designed. I can really tug on it and I'm not seeing that it's gonna bust or break. Let's get to the packing. I'm really excited to see how this holds up. Can it clasp? Wow, with ease. Living up to the price tag, Carl Frederick. Will the telescoping handle come all the way up? So all of them were getting stuck here. Whoa, yes. You know, these rivets going down the side, and I like this nice ribbed look. So at this point in the video, a kind thing to do would be to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and if you feel so inclined, send this video to a friend with a message that says, check out this cool guy in his basement talking about suitcases. And it made me laugh. Next up, the crash test. During the crash test, we're gonna drop each bag from about 3 feet. Wheel drop, corner drop. Oh, The corner drop and the Traveler Pro. That is a bad corner ding, but that's an intense drop, 3 feet in the air with a heavy suitcase. We'll get down to the workshop and see if we can work this ding out. Okay, popped it right back out. So we're functioning. There's no hole, but you're gonna have to update that report card. Hey Bill, dropping luggage. I know. I think people are gonna watch it on the internet. Neighbors. Level 8 wheel drop test. The big one. Wow, level 8 holding up. Look at level 8, impressive. Wheel drop test. Corner drop test. Ooh, Mono holding up well. Similar to that level 8, just a little scuff. We are good. Looking to redeem itself. Oh, whoa. This is a tank. Just if you scratch it, Carl Frederick. Wheel drop. Corner drop. Oh, nice. You might be able to buff that scratch out. Like, wow, impressive. Here we are at the testing grounds. A sprinkler is behind me, and a dry report card is in each one of the bags. I will be real world testing this by walking through the sprinkler. I will do 6 laps with each bag to see if they can stay dry inside. Final results of the water test are in, and as you can see, the level 8 and the MVST had some water on their report card. Therefore, they have failed the test. There might be a different winner for different people, depending on your idea of expensive, if you travel once a week or if you travel once a year. From last to first, the MVST Select, most likely to get by on its looks. Gorgeous, built like a tank, but flunked the water and the pack test. Looks are a major determining factor for you. MVST is where it's at. The Travelers Club, most likely to surprise everyone at the reunion. It was the underdog coming into this competition, and besides the dent that it incurred on the corner drop, which we were able to bang out, it really did hold up on all the tests. Coming in third, the level 8. Most likely to be rich but humble. This bag really surprised me, but for this price tag, you really can't beat it. Coming in second, the Monos carry-on, most likely to be everyone's favorite without even trying. I mean, look at this, passed the water test, passed the crash test, had a little bit of trouble on the pack test, and coming in at 6.64 pounds, it is one of the lightest carry-ons that we tested. Really solid all-around bag. Coming in first place, the Carl Frederick, and I know this one's the most expensive at $5.95. But the Carl Frederick passed the pack test, the crash test, and the water test. If you want to invest in luggage that's going to last, I have to say we really enjoy the Carl Frederick. And we actually are going to be taking these out on a 9-month trip. So we will do plenty of using and abusing and make sure we let you know how they hold up. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Which one of these bags would you want to grab? I'll put links in the description to all of the bags. Some will be affiliate links, some won't. At no extra cost to you, it allows us to continue to make review videos like this about these bags. And this video is not sponsored. These are all my own opinions on the bags. The tests are the tests. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll really like this one where I break down the Wandered Transit Travel Backpack, or this one where I break down the Packed Travel Backpack. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, it would mean so much as a small creator. Thank you for being here.